we go, boys. Episode 109, and I'm up and about. I'm Big Pez, not Big Kev excited, Tassie. Why am I Big Pez excited, not Big Kev, who's dead? Why am I excited, Taz? Because you look down just below. Who is it? Who is it, Tassie?
Oh, look, because the grocer's back. Hey, he's brought his meat and two veg with us.
The meat and two veg, here he is. Now,
I could resist.
of course, a lot of people might have just recently liked and subscribed because remember, Tassie, 100
We're at 50.
subscribers, 100. We're halfway there. The results are posted, and Pez's is like it's like a Stephen King novel with not a happy ending. And tell you what, we're welcoming back the magical man himself, the worldwide, Mr. Worldwide, the conductor, the man with Ty Orchid's best mate. Here he is, Marto, the magical man himself. Marto, welcome back, mate.
Hey, thanks for having me along, boys. Yeah, Ty Orchid, he was running down the road with that ship the other day. Mate, I'll tell you what, I had to move places.
Oh, Jesus.
I've just had a thought.
Hey, Marto, did you know I sent him a message? He didn't reply.
He didn't reply.
Wow.
He's ghosted you.
Yeah.
Pez, I've just had a thought.
What?
Do you reckon that maybe Ty has confused Marto and Anthony, and he's kidnapped Tone thinking that it's Marto?
There we go. Well,
and that's why
they do like to Brokeback Mountain style piggyback tips. Marto and Tone. They do like to tip one of their own. And
the thing is, Tone will tip it 1 week in the wrong race.
Yes,
and I'll back up a week or two later in the right race.
That's right. That's right. That was the style. Like, and the great thing about Tone is he's got a little bit of early dementia or Alzheimer's, so he just forgets that you tipped it, after it or before it. So
it's a show last week. He couldn't remember a tip from 2 weeks prior.
Mate, I swear to God. Hey, Marto, it's hard to fly like an eagle, big boy. You know, it really is.
Double.
The team TNT when you're surrounded by Taz and Tone. But at least Taz has sort of got a little bit of nous still left.
I'm not 60 yet. That's why I've still got a few years.
But old Tony, he can't remember last week. And talking about last week, the great man, how good was he, Mr. Bonham?
Which horse? Which one?
Tone.
Did he? Which one?
Oh, gee.
He's actually
did he tip a winner? Did he tip a winner? Which one?
Tip a winner.
I'm just trying to. What? You don't mean to say that?
Tone's at the Gold Coast, Marto, Taz, and we don't know where he is. He's ghosted us for the last few hours. So we've brought in the magic man himself, Marto from Cairns, who's had a long association with the page and the group.
Absolutely.
So welcome back, Marto, for today. And
thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for
no worries. And Tone found one last week at 10 skins after me and Taz sort of ridiculed it last week.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
we did.
Was he, hey?
We did it.
And tipping those double figure odds.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's why maybe he's gone missing? Maybe he's still spending.
It's cashed up.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
Well, I'll give you a little bit of insight into the great man's mind, Taz. It's a very dark place.
Yep. Is it hollow or just dark?
It's black. It's like the black hole, like that 80s movie after science fiction sort of took over with Star Wars and Star Trek and everything.
Yep.
They played that black hole, that sort of B grade sort of science fiction movie. That's what you go into when you go into Tone's mind, the black hole, because he was complaining last Saturday. He was at the Gold Coast. He won on Mr. Bonham. A mate of his from Tasmania, or a family member, probably more likely family member than mate, messaged him, and he got a tip for in Rose Hill, Marto. I think one at about 40 skins.
Jesus.
And his mate sent him the ticket. He multied Mr. Vine M into the 40 skinner. Huey, I think Huey was on, Marto. And
yeah, that's right. I remember.
And then Tony's like, fucking Wi-Fi.
hang on. Which one? The 40-1 winner was that put up in any of the chats?
No, there was no Wi-Fi.
He didn't share it, did he?
So hang on a tick. So you guys, Pezza, you knew about the 40-1?
No. He's complaining about it.
So
his mate
he kept it to himself.
No.
So
he had no Wi-Fi. He had no data.
He couldn't get on.
He couldn't get
Oh, he
on.
could.
So
Oh
he's
my
missed
God.
the 10 skins in the 40s,
Oh.
400 to 1 double.
Only 400
Oh.
to 1.
And then he's like, I couldn't even put it on the group.
Oh dear.
Boys,
First world
crazy.
problems.
But Pezza,
Mm.
to be fair to Tone, he did
Mm.
back it up though with Tone's treasures this week, didn't he?
Oh,
Aha.
oh,
Did he throw out 2?
oh,
There were 2 tips there, weren't there?
Eh? So,
How many of them won?
oh, there was 2 in the
Oh,
last.
poor bastard.
There was 3 in the week before.
we've all
that.
been there, mate. Don't worry, we've all been
We
there.
have all been there.
We've all been there, so there's no problem taking a piss. We've all been there, I can assure you.
Oh, I hope Tony doesn't watch this back. I tell you what.
Don't be like that.
Piss
Probably
Oh, you
said
better
this
take
push.
the day. Come
Duke
on.
of Hastings, after getting quote, started a $3.30 favourite and was the first one beaten. Great job, Duke of Hastings. Well done. Absolutely
Money
didn't
was not-
handle the Strathia at all, which I thought it would have loved. And the Greek Freak, what happened, mate? The Z horse, no good.
Yeah, the Z horse, no, he jumped well, positioned up well, looked like he was going to be right in the race, and just didn't finish it off at all.
Produce.
At
Yeah.
all.
Sorry,
And what was
Tennis.
it? What was it?
I
with
thought that
that
was one of my best for
Pizarro?
the day too.
That-
I
was
think I
that
might have
Piz-
poisoned it.
You probably did, but that's okay. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. But was it? But was it Pizarro or something? Was that the one that just
Yeah.
burst through and just
Yeah.
brained them?
Came out of
But
nowhere.
yeah, I went back to the well, and the well was empty. Such
Mm.
is life.
The new version of the quaddie kicked off with a really big bang. Last
Yes.
week we launched a new style of quaddie where Tone and Pez and Taz do their own quaddies, and then we throw them together like a washing
Right, yeah.
machine full of poison, and then we try to wash the poison away. And we were left with a $1,200 quaddie because Alana Kelly in the last Marto got us home with Sammy's image.
Beautiful. Because before she won that quaddie was looking like paying $25.
Mate, we thought
One
we
of the
got
favourites,
money.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
and then
100%.
she put one out the bag for you.
Marto, Sam's
Yeah.
image. There's a little bit of trivia you were telling us that we always forget
He's beaten Nature Strip twice.
twice.
And I always leave him out of my numbers.
It's crazy. isn't it?
Unbelievable.
And then
When he wins,
Marto,
it's a couple of bigger odds.
the only reason why I did pick Sammy's image was because Alana Kelly has got this. It's one of those coincidences that I love to see in numbers. And I think she's rode 3 out of the last 5 final races of the day at the Valley. And
Right.
Yeah, it's a good stat.
amazingly, she's worn the number 2 on 2 of those occasions. So if you see
Mhm.
Alana Kelly in the 2 saddle, just back her at the Valley because
Very astute.
unbelievably good. So she
That's
gave
right.
it a peach, just got there and nutted on the line. It was magnificent.
It was beautiful. It was a good ride. Yeah.
So for our 10% for only $20, it got you back about $120. So 6 times the money. Plus you're involved, you're having a bit of fun. And of course, Tone, I don't think he got on to because of the
He would have. He would have been gutted. He would have been gutted.
First time he hit the quarter. He was
And it was perfect for him though, because even with Divine M, I mean, we talked about this last week. He's resettling his daughter in the Gold Coast.
that's right.
just
his
making
beautiful
sure she
daughter,
knows where-
Emmy.
That's right. So he's helping her get acquainted with all the good places to party.
Yes.
How to get the public transport to and from the places to party.
Yep.
He's probably organised some fake ID for her already as well.
Well,
So that's why he's busy. I'm sure
Tone
that's what
knows.
it
He
is.
knows boats. He knows boats. He knows what to do. He knows what. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the not only was it a good tip, but it was the omen bit because this horse, I'm serious, Miss Divine M couldn't win a fucking race at I don't know
Dolby.
Ballarat or Dolby. Couldn't. Well, don't talk about Dolby. That's you.
All right.
That's a different story. But it couldn't win a race down here at some of the country tracks. But it's gone up there and grown another leg.
Some of them do that though.
A little bit
Yeah.
like a little bit like 11-11, Tess.
Yeah, that's my nightmare. Thank you. Thanks
What's
for
it
that,
for
Freddie
like?
Krueger.
Me and
11-11.
Marto, we just gave it to you that way. 11-11, it's only won the race the last 2
Yeah,
years.
Yeah.
Living the dream, right? Well, don't forget nightmares are dreams too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a good one. Seriously, Freddie Krueger. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Do we have any theories about where Tony is? Like, we honestly don't know.
I gave you mine, Marto. What do you reckon?
You did. Oh well. if you did get on Divine Miss M, he's probably cashed up and in the VIP room at the back of the avenue.
Yeah,
Got the champagne popping and the girls running around.
Oh, he's
Oh,
with
the meter maids as well.
Meter
He's
maids.
brought them
Yeah,
in.
the meter mates, the Gold Coast meter mates.
Oh, the great man himself.
Interesting.
He reckons it's a bit
What do you-
hard because we've been over here in Japan wearing a mask for about the last 2.5 years. So he reckons he's got a bit hard to find. Like, you know, as soon as you get outside, you put the mask on, right? So he's,
Yep.
as I said, he's not the smarter. He's not the, you know, he's not, you know, he's a mascot. And you might find it hard to learn new habits, Tone, by not putting the mask on. So, you know, but he loves a mask.
Yeah,
His
it's all
favourite
optional over here at the
favourite
moment.
movie. Do you know what Tone's favourite movie is?
Bambi.
No,
Top Gun.
no.
Debbie.
I'll give you a
Friday
hint.
the 13th.
I'll give you a hint. Mask.
Nope.
Yeah, Friday the 13th. Good, Marto. Good. You're on my. No, Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
No.
Pop.
Oh, good soundtrack too.
Wake him up.
I think that's-
Wake him up. Wake him
Good
up.
soundtrack.
Wake
He'd
him
probably
up.
also. Do you reckon he'd also like Reservoir Dogs as well? Then
Oh God.
have you seen it?
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
great flick
Right up there
too.
with the cult classics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, superb.
So well done, boys. We got the quaddie. Tone finds us one of 10 skins. Me and Taz let us down.
No good.
But what a day. Jimmy Valvano. Gee, I love Jimmy Valvano. Gave one of the best speeches in the world, Tassie, about 30 years ago at the ESPYs over there, the ESPN Sports Awards. What a day. What a heck of a day. If you laugh, you think, you cry. What a day. What a heck of a day. Pez's Pickers went bangity bang yesterday.
Oh, my
massive
word, he
game.
did. He
Hey?
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
did.
I felt like Marto. I felt like you, Taz. I felt like Stephen Harney, Razor, a winner.
Oh. No, it was sensational, Pezzo. But
See, mate, it was like you got in the
I could-
DeLorean then a couple of days into the future and
Yeah.
flew back and said, "Hey, get on this, boys."
it was like the win. You know how North Melbourne got the win? They got their man.
the
And
Messiah.
I told you, it like coincided. So it was like your whole aura, everything about you changed. You got your man, and all of a sudden you had a clear mind. You looked
Yeah.
at the form guide.
Tony's
and
not
you
in
found-
Japan.
No, Tony's not in Japan as well. And you found 4 rippers,
Yeah.
and one of them was ridden by, what do they call him? What does Tone call them? The drug that they take.
Special needs.
No, the other one. We gave him a good name, a politically correct name.
Did we?
Yeah, the tablet, the medication.
Oh, that's
that's
broken.
so
slow
Aspro.
Aspro, yeah.
Slow
But one
down.
of them was ridden by an Aspro, and he just got beaten in a close finish. That was huge, Pezza.
Yeah,
Huge.
thanks, mate. 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
The Fox in the last. I tell you what, if we had one more bound
Oh.
moto, where
We're almost
we're
there,
going
mate.
to the Yankee gets up at 4. We would have picked up over 1,000 for 11. But no, it was a great day. It was good to see Razor win more money, and it was great. He sent me a message, Razor. I love Razor. You know, Taz and Tone get a bit jealous
know you
when
do.
I talk about Razor.
That's all right. It's like you're cheating on us, but that's okay.
Razor sends a message through and he goes, "Geez, I tell you what, if defending win Pez, it's a fill up." Good on you, Raze. Good on you, mate.
It was a
But,
good price. I loved the other one, the Malmaninga.
Oh,
'Cause-
Farron Garda, how good was that?
No, say it quickly though. Say it quickly.
Yeah.
Fingerada.
Fingerada.
Eh?
Fingerada. Smell my finger,
Yeah.
Melmaninga. Oh my God, that was Barney in the under 16.
$10, mate. How good did it win?
Oh,
How
mate.
much did it win by?
But he used it up. He used it up to get to the front. Then he's drifted back 2 pairs. I'm like, we're shot because it
Oh,
usually
mate.
sits back. You know, it
Just
doesn't.
taking a breather.
And then
Yeah.
just taking a breather. And then he goes,
Yeah.
oh, I might just fucking let it go again. So he
Give me
used it
another
up twice. I'm like,
Oh,
holy
it
shit.
was huge. It was
No,
huge.
no.
It was a really, really, really
Yeah.
good
And it was
win.
great
And everyone
when he
loves a grey.
Great. Oh, it's a beautiful
Yeah,
grey
it
too.
was well found,
It's one
Pezzo.
of-
Well found, mate.
It's one of those speckled greys too. It's one of those real beautiful, like, you know, your marble type greys. It's like, oh, I like it. And we've got a
Like
bit of
Mr.
news.
Red.
Marto, we've got a mate up in Cairns here. His name's Harmscourt. And
Yes. one of my
Harmscourt
boys.
is probably one of the barons of White Rock. How many houses does he own now, Marto?
Oh, I think he's up to 12, going
Yeah.
on 13 now.
I think Modernism last week winning in Cairns bought him
He
a
had a
new
great ride,
investment
beautiful
property in White Rock. Don't worry about the midgies. Don't worry about the midgies. And
Good
anyway,
win too.
Harmscourt's all up and about because our mate's got some silks. He's pretty proud, Marto.
He is. He's up and about. He was telling anyone that would listen today that his silks are running around this weekend. He's proud as punch of this, and why not? He's inherited them. And one of his horses, Alice Jab, is a fair chance at Cairns this week too.
Yeah,
Cairns Cup Day this week too.
it was a good second last start, and Ali Jab got me a little place multi into modernism, so I was pretty happy with that. But Ali Jab, it's pretty good. The corporates, hey, I've checked all the corporates that I'm in, which is about 100, and they've all updated the silks. So very well done to the IT departments of
they've done super.
The corporate. So Ali's Jab, get on, boys. Race 6, number 1. Don't make it too short because the twins will never talk to me again. And but how good is it to see the multi cross there? Beautiful silks. I love it.
Nice silks. Yeah, I like him. I like him. And Jason Taylor's a good jockey too. He's come up to ride this one.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well done, Hamza. Anyway, Taz, single fister.
Yes.
You're going back to
single fister. I am going back to Morpeth, Bill, and I'm going back to a horse that's dropping back from a weight for age race into a benchmark. I think it's 78. So it's keep reading. Look, it's got some really, really good form. It's been placed three times over this sprint journey. It hasn't won at the Parks track, but it's only missed the placing, I think, in 8 starts that it's had just the once. And that was last start when it was behind that Extremely Lucky. I think it's called the gun. I think it's called Extremely Lucky, the one that came over. So I just think Jakey Torek is on it again. He's had good success with it. It drops back into a class. This race, though, there's quite a few chances in it.
Yeah, one of mine's in there.
Yours is actually pre-post favourite.
I think it's favourite. What you want.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, what you want is favourite. Look, I just think that even though it's drawn the outside gate, it's going to be able to at least get across and position up behind the leaders. Horses like yours, what you want, are going to want to come from behind.
Absolutely.
I don't know how the track's going to play there, but I just think keep reading. It tested itself in the elite. It didn't quite measure up. It goes back and probably wins in its class again. So I'm prepared to take the $5.50, 6 to 1 about it, and I think it can win.
I think you're getting the price because it's drawn the car park.
And it has.
I think it's got the mate. The parks and the city track are a different beast.
Yeah, they are.
And, you never know. You just never know if they're running.
There's a little omen to it too. There's a little omen to it. It's got the Footscray colours, the Western Bulldogs colours.
It does.
And the Bulldogs snuck into the 8 due to Carlton loss. So they got lucky. So
it still has done that.
Those silks will continue to be lucky.
Oh yeah, they're going all right. Don't worry. You know, Paddy Payne's got a fair few of them as well.
Yeah, he has. He does.
So not too bad. Marto, any thoughts?
No, sorry, I haven't looked at Morpeth Mill.
Perfect. That's why we brought you on the show.
For Morpeth Mill.
Wealth of information, but the wealth of
Marto, can you give us anything?
Sorry, buddy.
Right, right.
See, there's another one that's in that race as well, Kong. That's one of our ghosts as well.
Taz, at least Marto's sort of on point, though, isn't he? Straight away, no.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
We would have we would have wasted a minute of air time there because we would have been going.
Listen, I was supposed to replace Tone, wasn't I? I said, what? Where is that? Yeah. Is that today or tomorrow?
Yeah.
Stop being so positive. Don't be so positive.
Throwing out those $10 Mr. Vine M's. Don't worry about that, mate. Anyway, Marto's been 2 benches back. He's got one in each way for us. Barney's dad happy as a Z horse.
Look, I do like Zuccarino coming in after the very, very strong win in the Rosebud at Rose Hill. Really had to dig deep the last 100 to get that win. Steps up here to 1100, but
my uncle Taz used to live in Rosebud.
Good spot.
Okay, thanks for
gone
that.
through the roof there.
He used to coach Red Hill. Do you know Red Hill, Taz?
Yeah, there's a Greek church up there.
There you go.
Right, John O'Shea wants this one ready for the Golden Rose, but to do it, he's going to have to pull one out the bag to beat Best of Bordeaux. I'm really, really keen on seeing how he goes, especially after his brother won on Wednesday. What was it? Zoo Tiger.
Oh, Zoo Tiger.
So he pulled him apart at Randwick. Come around the bend and just said, where are you? there was no one there. So
Geez,
again,
the punters didn't miss, did they, Mardo? I think
No.
it was back
they
to
didn't,
around
mate.
$1.70 or
I got on the early tip there at $2.30, hoping we might get a bit
Did
better
ya?
on the day, but they come into like 25 cents.
Yeah, come in.
$1.80, $1.85, I think it jumped.
Yeah.
But
Marta,
listen
does it
to
beat?
his brother.
Can it beat? Marta, can it beat Best of Bordeaux? Because a lot of the spruikers, they're sort of saying that Best of Bordeaux is probably one of the better bets in Sydney. So
I agree. But Zuccarino, like I said, is trying to. John O'Shea setting him up for the Golden Rose, and he's had 2 runs under his belt. Well, one, sorry. He had one, then a spell, and then he's come back and run the Rosebud. Whereas Best of Bordeaux is a really, really good horse, but it is first up. And a little bit of water on the track might even out the field a little bit. I mean, he's got to put in a big run, so that's why I'm saying take each way on this one. Got a good draw. Brenton Abdallah rode him well on his last win at the Rosebud. But he does have to pull one out the bag to beat Best of Bordeaux. I'm really keen to see how he goes, though.
Yeah, fair call.
You don't know the ceiling. You don't know the ceiling on these horses, do you? Until
You really don't. You really don't.
So it's done all right in its first 2 runs. So
Good form is good form.
done right, yeah, that's right. So well done. The meeting 2 veg is back for a week. Good luck on the Z horse. Barney's old man. Don't worry about that. Anyway, Saturday, thanks to Death Valley, we've got a little bit of ammo. We're back to Caulfield. I don't mind putting on a quaddie on a corporate where I got a little quaddie account there, so it's nice to get a little result. It's been a while. Tone loves Caulfield. No, he doesn't. He hates it. And anyway, another one. We go to DJF Caleb. We look back at our past masters here, Mardo, in Lukey Mullen, absolute freak. The great man himself in Ando.
And
the captain, we love the captain.
Captain was disappointed yesterday, though.
Barney, very good Barney. Lovely little girl, still missing. But anyway, the boys have come up with some numbers. We've got 1, 3, 4, 6, and 10 in the first leg. Got a little bit wide because it's one of those races.
Indeed.
I'm pretty keen on Generation being scratched last week for this. I'm not sure if they wanted a better track or they didn't want to go to the Valley, but I thought Generation was a top 2 chance last week, so I've got to follow up. Zara from Eustace says bet. And of course, I'm keen on Red Can Man. I don't mind a WA horse. You know that, Tassie? And
love a WA horse.
I'm not too sure on the heavy though, but it's never ran on a heavy, never seen a heavy. So, but of course, it's got a fair bit of ability. So I don't mind a red horse and Generation. Boys, what are your thoughts?
I'm pretty keen on Star Patrol. So I do like Generation because I think last preparation first up at one. I don't know, maybe it was a Group 3 race, and then it went on to race in Group 1s and stuff, and didn't really win at anything.
No.
But I think Generation first up is a great selection. But I also like Star Patrol because I think it's probably looking at blue type races. I'm really interested. We haven't put him in, but because I'm a bit of a Golan man, I'm interested to see that he stuck down here with the move, but we didn't put it in. I couldn't put it in. And I reckon Oxley.
You mentioned it last week. You thought it might have been a bit of a sneaky, but
yeah, but I can't have it. Do you know what I mean? You just can't have it. But and Oxley Road, how many times is Moody going to scratch it?
Yeah.
So does it run this week or not?
I don't think the move's going to run this week after the last one at the Valley. I don't think he's going to back it up. To tell the truth.
Is Oxley Road going to run? Is Moody going to get in going again because it's going to be a heavy track?
Class horse.
Well,
Mardo, you like anything there, mate?
I don't know. I think Oxley Road does run because it needs a run. It needs a run again. I don't think it can win, though. I really like Generation. In the boat, if it's not too wet, it's definitely a big chance.
Yeah.
But that's an omen, isn't it, though? In the wet, you want to be in the boat, don't you?
Yeah, but it doesn't run on a heavy.
Well, can I mention Tone again? And now, Mardo, is that all right?
Yes.
Well, Mardo this is one of Tone's favourite horses in the boat because it's got that sort of People picture magazine type innuendo of the little man in the boat, which some might say is a women's appendage that Tone likes to touch. So he loves it. Tone, he loves it because of the picture People magazine type stuff.
Right.
Sorry about that, Mardo.
I just think it needs a dry track. If you get a soft 6, then yeah, it's a chance. But if it gets a soft 7 or worse, I can't have in the boat at that price.
Great run.
There's one of your favourites. Marno, there's one of your favourites that you've tipped us before in this race too. That's going really well. Little Stevie.
Little Stevie, yeah, but this is a much stronger race, and it's a wet track too.
Now, Marta, I'm glad you're on the show for this because passive aggressive. We've tipped this. We've tipped this every start. I think me and you, Marta. We've tipped this at Kirby Maiden.
Between the two of us, we haven't missed one win.
We haven't missed one win, mate. Passive aggressive is, and I tell you what, we've always got a prize.
What price? What, 5-2?
But when you think about it, at a maiden at Werribee, if you're stealing $2.50.
I know, you're right. Winners are winners. You don't go broke. You don't go broke. Make a profit.
It paid $4 last start.
The maiden at Werribee was $1.30 peso. Sorry, mate.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
Then $1.65.
Wow.
We did get $3 at Flemington, though.
No, I thought we got $4. It drifted out to $4. Best time.
You might have got it with a boost.
I'm just looking at the last listed prices.
The SB, yeah.
Maybe we got on early in fours.
We stole money last start.
This will be backed in. This will, I reckon, if you're keen on this again, Pezza, and you want to get a price, you need to back it as soon as, like now.
I agree, because it's probably going to go $1.70, $1.75 on the day.
Yeah. Especially if there's a little bit of bias towards the front with the rail and true position. I tell you what, if they're running, no one's coming from behind, I tell you what, this is going to sit and sprint and see you later.
Pezza, go and have a look at its trial.
One to beat it though, Flying Mascot.
Yeah, Flying Mascot. We're thrown in the class horse. You know, this thing ran against probably a last prep. I don't mind Tom Dabinick as a trainer, and Blake McDougall's honest as days long. So a couple of WA horses up the top. You never know how they're going to go first up. And of course, Tassie loves a golden horse. He always has.
Yeah, and I have, and I'm still prepared to back my judgment and think that Isotope will finish in, say, the first 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably put 2 quaddies on this week, Taz. I'm gonna have wide, one out, wide, and wide. So I'm gonna go passive for the winner and just hope we get a bit of value in the other 3.
Yeah.
Good race, this one. Really good race. A lot of ghosts in this race. Lightsaber was one of Marto's. He loved Lightsaber with Barney one day at about 5 skins when it led all the way at Caulfield.
It can't win, Pezza. No. Go and have a look at the trial.
Lightsaber needs 1,600 to start with.
But I'm just saying, Barney and Marto one day teamed up and tipped it together.
Oh, did they? And did it win that day?
Really, really.
Yeah, it did. They won the Guineas at Caulfield.
Yeah.
Over 1,600.
Okay. Yep.
Gee,
led all the way.
So, Marto, I'm getting a bit concerned here because you piggyback with Barney, you piggyback with Tone.
No.
There's a common theme. There's a common theme here.
Lightsaber is part owned by one of our mates that we have a mutual friendship, Barney and I. And he told us on the same day, get on Lightsaber because Moody says he is going to win the Guineas. So that's what we got on that one.
I'm just starting to think that maybe
it wasn't my tip.
I'm just starting to think that maybe between, you know, you sort of you're going from one person to the other. Are you a bit of like a Polty sort of?
Well, I'm a bit of a swinger, aren't I?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you never know. Willow, Freddie Wilson might be sneaking around. Might be Marto as a pseudonym.
No, look, I mean,
might be Marto as a pseudonym. Brett Wilson.
Well, I can't be the only one that tips a winner. Same as you, Taz. You know, other people are going to be on the same tip, right?
That's right.
No, absolutely. 100%. Now, sorry, Pezza, what name did you just say there?
Yeah,
Brett
Marto
Wilson?
might be under a catfish name in Willow.
No way.
No, that's not me.
It's not me. Anyway, good on you, Willow. We love you, mate. And we're putting Cascadian just because Tone says if we don't put Cascadian into any quaddie that ever exists, he's going to get Taz's cousins to come around and fix us all up. So, Tone, we had to put Cascadian in. We don't care about its form, even though Taz had a good trial with Animo, didn't it? It was
it did.
It
did have another good trial.
Alligator Blood, we have to throw it in because, geez, she's at one well last start, didn't it? Old Alligator Blood.
Really
in the Jerry Harvey Silks. There we go. The Bella Spree Silks.
Yeah, a little bit of money going under the table, I reckon, one way or the other.
Western Empire, again, we're going for a WA horse with Frosty Lane in the care of Danny O'Brien for the Phillips family. Let's go. And, of course, we've got to throw in the 11, which could be the new incentivize this campaign this spring. Marto, they're up and about elation.
They are, absolutely. The mail is very, very strong from the stable, as was shared on your page today. You just can't rule him out, especially with Jamie Carr on his back.
Mm.
The only thing that concerns me with Elation is that it won in Adelaide, and it wasn't much of a race. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to include Elation in everything that I do, but if it's going to fall over, I just think it'll fall over first up.
But again,
The
to
other thing too is
again,
if
to the
it does
Potsy-
get to it, sorry, Pezza, if it
No,
does
you're
get
right,
to
you're
a heavy track, it's unexposed on heavy. It has
Yeah.
one on soft and it's one on good.
Yes,
but we
it
just
has.
don't know how it's going to run on a heavy track if it gets
Yep.
that far.
But I reckon we're getting the price of 7 skins. It's the
Well,
incentivizer.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
rates Queensland form, and nobody
Yep.
probably rates Adelaide form. So
Yep.
I reckon, of course, it's the progressive horse. You know, we've all seen these
Yep.
horses a million times. So if this is any good, it might be a little bit of a sneak and kill from Vicky Price.
For sure. You're getting the price for the draw and the
I tell you
possible
what,
back down game.
you'll never get this price again with Elation. You'll never ever see it at 7 skins. This is your race. If you think this horse is progressive enough to win this race, load up, because next start it'll be fucking 2-1. It'll be.
Well, we've left out his other one, haven't we? We
Mm.
left out his other one. I'm thunderstruck. How good was some of the races that it was running last prep?
Yeah.
And I know we've left it out because I think we need a rock hard track for it.
I
But
think first up, it's a bit fat.
First up, it's 2 from 3, but I agree it needs a drier track.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2 and 3. That's better than I thought. Remember, it was first up in one of those big races, the All-Star Miles or something, I think.
Yep.
Oh, I ruled it out in that one too.
Anyway, and what about chasing the coin? The last leg, we're going well wide. 2, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Me personally, I think we got the winners in the 2, 7, 8, and 9. We're throwing in a roughie in the 17. Barbie's Fox, last start winner at the track and distance. Daniel Moore for Benny Hayes. You never know with those boys. They're good, clean-skinned boys. You never know. They might be just, from barrier 1, Daniel Moore might be just there ready to steal a bit of money like Alana Kelly. But, boys, we've got the 5 in there. One of Tony's old ghosts.
They can
It's been trialling the house down, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
It's been trialling the house down.
Yeah.
It's
we're
good
running out of
stayer at
time.
one.
Sorry, Taz.
No, you go then. No, you go.
I was just going to say, we're running out of time, but I just want to say,
Thanks.
apart from the quaddie, if you're going to have same race multis and exotics, I think you've got to include the 5 and 6 into second, third, and fourth in those sort of picks.
We've left the 6 out though.
It's got my favourite, Charlie Rose. We like it, don't we, Marto? We like Simon Wild, don't we? Especially
I
with
do like a Simon Wild horse over these middle distances, yes.
No effort. We're going to throw it
As
in.
I said, she's likely to pick up a minor placing.
I think, what is it, 1,700? Is that right?
1700
It is.
this place, yeah.
I think no effort over 1,700 at Caulfield. We sort of, that's why it's sort of been back from 12s into 8s, especially with a bit of a soft drink. If it gets a soft lead, it's going to be tiptoeing at the end, but it might have enough, especially if they're racing in the true barrier and there's a bit of leader bias. If no effort, if no one takes it on, I tell you what, it's going to look the winner with about 150 to go, but will it win? That's the big problem. There we go.
It'll be interesting to see where Spanish Mission settles in this race. It's going to be interesting to see where Delphi settles in this race with the ultimate gear change, and the other one that what's it called? Danquit Junior or whatever the stayer there. It'll be interesting to see where it settles as well.
Yeah.
Because its Sydney Cup run was huge.
Yes.
It did win the Adelaide Cup. Tone was on that, and it has trialled well. And again, these are the sorts of races I think sometimes when you're looking for something down the track, maybe you can take a little bit out of them.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you all know I like Spanish Mission. I had it as my tip for the Melbourne Cup last year, but I think it needs a bit longer, and this is just going to be a run first up. So I would put a line through Spanish Mission for this one. It's just going to be a run.
All right, boys, we're going to come back with the titanium tip. You're all waiting for that. The analytics will tell us. And Pez's Push will put a line through that straight away. Hang on, boys. We're back in a tick. Gee, it's been good, isn't it, with Marto? I tell you what, Tone might be feeling a little bit under the pump after watching this back.
Look, I'm sure that he won't remember it. He'll watch it, but he won't remember it. It'll be all right. It's all good.
Geez, I tell you what, I've never missed a show, and I think I now know why.
Because we cop it.
Oh, mate, do you cop it?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Tone, bit of a sound out, mate. Mr. Von M, good luck. I've got a bit of cut. No, I haven't got the C word. Don't worry about All right, let's get into it. The titanium tip. Everyone's up and about. Like, I even put a little bit of K-pop on for Tony this week just to say, well done, big boy. Here we go.
Oh, it looks. Oh, it's not playing that well, Pezza.
No, it's hard to hear.
Yeah. What is it, Pezza?
He's going off. He can hear it. No one else can.
Yeah. Pezza's dancing in the background.
Oh, mate, Tony loves a bit of K-pop. Don't you worry about that. And he loves
Yeah.
the
Who
boy,
is it?
loves the boy groups. Big Bang, this is called. Big
Never
Bang.
heard of it.
You're the
No
only
Japanese.
one, mate. It didn't
No,
come through.
K-pop, Korean pop, K-pop. And
Okay,
Tony loves a
K-pop.
bit of boy band action from Korea. He loves a bit of Big Bang. And because that song's called Bang, 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 that's what he would have been doing after Mr. Vine M1 last week. He would have been at the Gold Coast peacocking, bang, bang, bang. They wouldn't, the meter maids wouldn't have known what to hit him.
Well, I hope he's all right. I still do hope he's all right because, I mean, there's only so far that, $4,328 will go because I reckon that's
The
how
Gold
much he
Coast's a
won on
big
the
city.
day. Do you know what I mean? So
I
I
just
don't know,
hope
I
that
mean-
he's seen his daughter this week. I really do.
Well-
To get him out of the Coles and the Woolies aisle and out of the casino and the tab, and then the Gold Coast races, I think, are tomorrow. I just hope that he's had a meal with his daughter at the Avenue. That'd be great.
Now, Tone, if you're watching this show, I hope you have seen your daughter too, and I hope you're not looking for her. Because if you're looking for her, I think you just take her back to Japan, mate. But I hope everything's going well, in all honesty.
No, me too. I sort of mentioned it to her in passing, So she's come back from sort of rural Canada where nothing really happens for days, and you're taking her to the teenager's dream of the Gold Coast. Wow. Have faith, big boy. Have faith. She'll be right. Little M. Mr. Vaughn M. She got up at 10 skins last week. Good bet. Okay, boys, here we go. The titanium tip.
Alien Time, what do we got this week?
The great man's gone absolutely mental.
Holy crap.
Taz, can you take us through this?
Two tips on two horses.
We haven't spoke to him since this morning, Tazzy, as you know.
No.
And
No,
then
he will-
I've got a leaning towards Canasta, Bjorn Baker, Kiwi Swede, Rachel King, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, race
Right.
7, number 5. But he also threw out a blue battler that's been dual nominated.
Yes, and I was really surprised. And I don't know. I think his first point of call was Canasta. But for Tone to actually find something that's a dual nominator, it tells me something. It tells me Tone's been doing homework. Tone's actually opened up a form guide and not just looked at one track. He's looked at a few tracks. And to actually find now, unless of course Tone just liked Hellfest, put the form guide down, came back, opened it up again, but was in the wrong state because he forgot.
I reckon
don't
Tone
know,
doesn't
but,
mind a gimp mask or a leather mask. Don't worry about all the zipper where the mouth goes. So I reckon he would have been to a couple of Hellfests back in his time. And he probably would have had a couple of canastas on as well. Don't you worry about that, the great man.
Ooh.
He loves it.
Well.
He's only tipped the blue battler once before for a winner, Kanazawa.
Oh no, but he's missed one a fair few times. Cascadian.
Oh, no. He'll be angry about that. He'll be like, that's you. He'll be angry about that.
Well, I didn't miss it, but I don't know. I mean, Canasta, Mato it's a leader, isn't it? I think.
Canasta will
Is it
go
a leader?
forward. Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough horse, and the Kiwi Swede's always got a bit of polish on him. And geez, I had a bit of a win yesterday with Pez's Pickers. Don't worry about that. I think Marto, you threw out Arnold. Is that right?
Who was it?
Arnold.
Arnold,
You threw
yes.
out
Arnold, yes.
was like
Again, we
six-
got on early.
six-
Nice price. Jumps at $1.80 though.
Yeah, you threw out
He's
one
out
of your
one
best.
too.
Is that right? You tipped it at 245,
Yeah.
and Arnold won. And
Early.
who came second? Bang, bang, bang. Kiwi Swede. Mudgy, one of the Pez's
Yeah,
pushes from a long time ago at $6 a place. Pezza
Yeah.
just picks up a beautiful Quinella, thanks to you, Marto. Thank you, mate.
You're welcome.
Mm,
Well done to you for getting the Quinella.
Yes. But I like the Mudgy.
Canasta will get out and lead. Got a decent draw. I don't mind this one, but Hellfest, I don't know if Hellfest goes in the Shades of Rose race,
Mm.
well, you
No.
might go second or third.
Well, Shades of Rose is $1.95. It's odds on, isn't it? The way
Yeah.
it's won its
Yeah,
last
she
two has
deserves
been
it too.
huge,
Mm.
huge. The way it's won its
Yeah.
last ones. I tend to agree with you there.
In race 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And of course, race 7, number 5, a really tough race because we all think passive aggressives are the odds on pop there. That's going to be really hard to knock off in Melbourne. So obviously it's against probably two of the, shortest, and if not, I'm probably going to have a nice little wee little double on Shades of Rose into passive aggressive myself. But he's found one anyway, Canasta or Hellfest. We're not exactly sure, but if you join us over at Facebook, Book a Face, find us and put a line through it. We should be able to know what's going on Saturday.
Well, hopefully he's been found by then, and we've been able to find out what's happened.
Yeah. He might have been lost. He might have been lost at the Avenue, Tassie. One of your mates might have taken him down the dirt road.
Marto said that. Marto, well, geez, could you imagine? Could you imagine him down a dirt road? But anyway, look, it is quite possible. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm really concerned. We might have to get the missing persons, posters out and about. But
I tell you what, the dairy farmers of Australia. So they, like in America, they put the missing people on the milk cartons, But if they put Tone's mug on a milk carton, I tell you what, the dairy farmers of Australia will lose a lot of money. No one will be buying fucking milk, I tell you.
They should put them on the beer cans here, because every drunk will have known Tone.
No.
If Tone, not in a bad way, but if Tone's out on the piss on the Gold Coast, all they've got to do is put him on a 4X can. And they'll identify.
Can't spell Tone.
That's it.
4X.
No, it's because you can't put shit on the label.
That's right.
I told you that.
Can't spell shit.
Before.
Can't spell Tone. I tell you what, Tone's a bit worried about going back to Australia because he reckons the darts are too expensive and they put those photographs. Is that right? All the photographs.
They do.
Well, he might get a crack on the smoke packet because that'll turn off every kid fucking smoking.
Oh, it's terrible. Do you smoke?
No.
Marto?
No, once upon a time, but no.
Yeah, I do I, and I'm sort of similar with you guys, but that was, anyway, a long time ago.
All right, we're going to go to put a line through it. The name of the show, Bears are on a Saturday. We get to 100 subs. You'll be able to see the damage that he's caused. He's found one again, as he always does. He always yaps about.
Is this a lay bet, Pezza? Is this you coming out with a lay bet, are you?
Oh, no. I had a joke.
Did you?
For Tony. I had a joke.
Oh, a rewind.
Maybe it'll work again. Now, we don't know where Tony is, but he sent me a picture. Oh no, it didn't work again. Oh, no. Oh, hang on, boys. Here we go.
There he is.
Here we go. We don't know where Tony is, but he sent me a picture. There we go.
The meter maids.
He's been taking the little sneakies behind him. Thanks for that, Tone. Yeah, great call there, Bess. Anyway, boys, I've got one, race 4, number 14. I like race 4. It's amazing how many times I tip in a race 4. You might have known that from the Pezzers Pickers. Caulfield, number 14. Very nice name, aptly named. I wish I win. J Car, my fave, on a booty horse, getting the queue. Tassie, do you know much about this horse?
Seriously, I didn't even look at that race. And looking at that name, you couldn't have picked a better horse for you. Exactly. Especially after the brilliant day that you had on Wednesday. I wish I win.
As everybody knows, don't back a horse on a Saturday from Pez, but I wish I win. Jamie Carr for Peter Moody. This is first up from New Zealand, Tassie.
Wow. If you say that quick enough, it could be Japanese. Say it quick.
Are we saying? So I'll speak a bit of Japanese if you want. Katsuyo, so that. Can't say Japanese now.
I can speak Greek for you, but I won't. But anyway.
Well, how good are you?
Katsuyo,
after your form on Wednesday.
Thanks, mate.
This has been backed in from $6.50 to $5 before you even tip it.
It's the market mover.
How good are you
Barney
going?
loves a market mover on
Let us
laddies.
know.
Don't worry about that.
I wish I win. I love it. I wish
Um,
I saw. I wish I'd seen it.
I don't
It's
mind
actually
it either.
it's at a
I mean,
trial. It's at a trial at Cranbourne. We
Yeah.
were talking about the Cranbourne trials before. It was
Yep.
a really easy second. It wasn't extended at all. Moody's put the money jock on. She's drawn well. I tell you what, if it's got any class, this race 4 is one of those races where we've tipped every horse or backed every horse in the race. It's one of those real average sort of, fillers. It's a filler.
Yeah.
It's a filler.
very much open.
I wish
she's
I
an
win.
open
I
rate.
love it.
Yeah, I wish I win. And let's hope. Well, we all wish we win.
Let's just go
This is
for it,
back
yeah.
$540 and we throw in Canasta into reading. What was it, Tassie? Reading? What's yours?
Keep reading.
Keep
Keep
reading.
reading.
I wish I win. 540 for the little Treb. And then, of course, if you throw in Mardo's 9 Skinner, holy shit. It's a $4.5
Yeah.
grand job for $1. Let's
For
go.
$1.
Huge.
Lucky, yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I love it. So let's hope we all win. And then just one thing before we go. We all have our AFL footy here. Taz is
Oh, yeah.
still
Yeah,
in
we do.
mourning about the.
No, I'm all right.
Oh, you're
I'm
right.
recovered.
You boys
What do
are
you
out.
think? What do you think about the buy? The buy? Do you think we lose all momentum? I sort of do.
I'm not in favour of the buy before the final start.
Yeah.
No.
Obviously, it gives them a chance to get out of those niggling injuries, but the
Mm.
players about after that win of getting into the 8 and getting into
Yeah.
the top 4
Mm.
and then it's all hyped up and ready to go, and then you've got to
Mm.
wait 2 weeks to play the match.
Well, the
It's like-
AFLW
it's like
started tonight, but
Just like Master Raw being all wound up for the 1,000-metre race or 950 race, and so wound up he doesn't want to jump
Yeah.
into the box.
see,
Because he just
I
wants to get it
don't
right.
mind if they do the opposite. I don't mind if they go the NFL approach, Tassie. So they throw in the buy before the grand final. We've got 2 weeks.
That's what
to
I
build up.
do.
I like that, but
Yeah.
but we used to get the you get the week off with the prelim and stuff anyway.
Right.
Generally, depending on how you
Exactly.
win.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys. I don't like it.
Mm.
I think it loses momentum. It also loses
Absolutely.
momentum for us, and more so
Mm.
for the supporters of the teams that haven't made the finals.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like my team, which we all know, we're bundled out. Now,
Yeah.
with this week, I'll go do my own thing and what have you.
Mm.
But then it's like footy's completely over. So then
Yeah.
next week to switch back on, it's like, oh, are they still playing? Do
Yeah.
It's not,
you know what I
Is it
mean?
though?
You just lose it.
you go back to the footy, they've got the AFL women's competition starting this week.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Carlton played tonight. They got beaten by Collingwood again.
And versus Carlton, they sold out the suburban ground and moved them to Marble Stadium. How good's that?
It's great.
Yeah.
I
Look,
just think you could build up the granny a bit more, and then if a
Yeah.
couple of guys get a concussion, in the
Yeah, they
prelim,
got that week
they,
to recover.
Yeah.
have got the 12 days recovery. They can fit it. I think it's the Brownlow would be a bigger event because it'd be you're not controlled by
They
grand
can have a
final
drink.
week.
but maybe
yeah.
but you see, Pez, maybe if they're going to have that buy,
Mm.
then maybe change when the Brownlow is and run it and have it on that week.
Mm.
So
Last
that way-
night, I think, was it last night? Last night was the All-Australian and the Rising Star.
yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
All
I
the
just
awards.
I think you could put that into that 2 weeks where you could sort of have like a footy thing on nearly every day or night. And you give the teams the best crack at it to I know a lot
It
of
is
people
bizarre.
say the extra week, you played a prelim, whatever, but I don't know. I think getting a bit NFL would be cool. I think it'd be the way to go forward.
I agree.
I think North Melbourne and Freo sort of fucked this all up like 10 years ago, Tessie, when we rested half the team in the
that's
last
right.
round because nothing
Yeah,
would
that's right.
change. And then, of
Yeah,
course,
that's
the
right.
AFL think that we're all trying to ruin the system. But it's just taking advantage of what's in front of you. Like,
You're not doing anything wrong.
No,
You're
no.
still within the rules. You're still
that's
and,
right.
and to be honest, from a club perspective, if
Mm,
anything, you're having a look at certain blokes, and there's
Mm.
nothing wrong with that.
you know. So I
It's-
don't know. I think the NRL just must be giggling because there's no way they give a week
Yeah.
away to the AFL, do they? Like,
I'm going to give you an interesting fact though.
mm,
The last team to fall out of the top the top 6 or whatever you want to call it, or 5 as it was maybe, after being in there all year was Carlton back in 1977.
ooh,
Right now that happened in 1977. Now in the
Who won
next
it
5
78?
years, no, No, we didn't win the flag. We fell out of the final series.
Mm.
But North Melbourne won in 77, I think. I don't know who
77
won
would
in
beat
78, but
Collingwood. 78,
Yeah.
Hawthorn beat us. 79, Carlton.
Carlton. But this
80.
is my point. What happened
81.
is in the next year, Carlton 81,
Mm.
Richmond 80, Carlton 82. So
Yeah.
basically, in the next 5 years, from 77 to 82,
Mm.
Carlton won 3 flags
Mm.
Yeah.
and Collingwood lost 4.
Mm.
So if you believe in history repeating itself, which at this point in time, that's where I'm at, I don't care. We did lose. Yes, we did. And it was hard and it was, disheartening and stuff. And it was terrible. And I didn't get into any fights and I had my son there. But I'll tell you what, I just hope that in the next 5 years, we win 3 and Collingwood lose 4. And I don't care about anything else.
Yeah. I sort of hope Carlton won for Razor. That's about it.
So don't worry about me.
No,
Don't worry about that.
I don't want him to win for you or Lenny, the flog, or anything like that. Like,
what about the Swannies for Marto?
I like
To
the
be
Swanee. I like the Swanee.
I like the Swans to lose in the semis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon
semi-finals, and that's about it.
I reckon you're the sneaky one. I do.
I like Horse Longmire as a coach. He's a jet.
Oh, absolutely.
And I wanted Horse to come back to North before Noble or before Reece Shaw, but there's never timing because he's just so set up at Sydney. He's just
you would have been happy as well.
Your coaching staff around him with Brett Kirk and Big Cox there, and one there, an ex-Swans player. He's another assistant coach.
Well, Johnny Blakey was there for years. He's just gone to North last year. So, you guys are just develop, and you got those academy kids that come in.
It's the academy. It's the academy.
One of your favourite players from Sydney got named on a wing in the All Australian, which I thought you would have been happy about. Good old Callum Mills.
Isaac Heaney got named.
Great year. But it's funny, Callum Mills has probably never played in a wing in his life, but he's on the wing.
So you've got to put him in something. So they're never going to play a match. So they just put him in and slap him on the wing.
He's been at the coalface the whole year. But anyway, but yeah, I just think the boy sort of we lose a lot of momentum, and I think now, look at Chris Scott. He's rested players all throughout the year, so I don't think he needs a week off to get. He's done it brilliantly to get his team to where they are. So I think he sort of gets screwed in a way because everyone gets a week to catch up to what he's been doing the last 12 weeks.
So, Pezza, if Geelong fall over again,
yeah, of course they're going to fall
because
over.
I know, but I just said if. But when they do, there's a bloke that's on the market at the moment that fits into that age bracket. Do you reckon they'll recruit him?
What,
Buddy Franklin? No, Buddy. Because they normally look for the old. Where's Buddy?
Buddy's going to Brisbane.
Do you reckon he's going to Brisbane?
Yeah, then they'll have 3 forwards that can't kick straight.
You don't reckon
he'd good end, Buddy.
You don't reckon he could go down to North Melbourne?
All the left
him and Brad Hill?
Well, he's got family on up around the Sunshine Coast or Gold Coast, but he wants to have a chance at another premiership. So I think he's going to Brisbane. I think it's a foregone conclusion.
He'd be coming to the destination club north, surely.
I thought
he could have followed Clarko, but I think the family's going to draw him up north.
Yeah.
Well, McStay's going to leave, isn't he? So if McStay leaves, goes to Collingwood, I guess there's the opening for Buddy just to come in for a couple of years.
It's going to be interesting. Tarantino, what's his name? Taranto.
Yeah.
He's got a choice between the Tigers and the Collingwood. Like he's got the Trelaw pick again. What does he do? But it's quite interesting. The Tigers are absolutely on fire.
They are. I mean, they're a team you don't want to play in the finals right now, isn't it?
And it's good to see Clarko on the media. He's absolutely phenomenal the way he talks, and he's an absolute little angry, rancid ant. I love him.
Yeah, he is.
He punched the umpire at a kid's game. That's how mental he is. I love it, mate. It's like North have become relevant overnight. It's magnificent for any North supporter that we've now got the great man, the Messiah, and the Royal Blue and White. Doesn't matter if he can't coach. God, he can talk.
Yeah, well, hopefully you get to keep the Horn Francis kid.
Well,
as a result.
I'm more worried about the big Z, the big Zerha, the big Bull. I think.
Where do you reckon he'll go?
Essendon are into him now, offering him the world, and
you know what all Mr. Clarkson's got to say.
Mm.
He just turns around and says, "I could have gone to Essendon. Do you think you're smarter than me or more stupid.
That's right.
And you know what I mean?
Oh, Mardo.
So interesting.
All right, mate. Mardo, I think we're
All
going
right.
to leave you alone there, mate.
Right. Yeah, she's in the pajamas.
And gee whiz.
She just improved this show
Was
by
it
a million %.
Was it pajamas?
In the robe.
Eh?
Well, you never
What's
know.
going?
Well, she just improved this
How have you
show.
gone there?
Never
Have you,
tells.
Marno, have you gotten everything out of the boxes because you moved recently?
Actually, we still got a few boxes around. Still climbing over boxes in a couple of rooms, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, boys.
It's the worst thing moving house. I'll tell you what.
Oh, it is, mate. Trying to stay busy with these tipping and other things going on, and then busy at work as well. You come home, the last thing you want to do is unpack a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mardo, thanks for
very,
coming on,
very
mate.
true.
We appreciate it, mate.
Absolute pleasure to be here. Pleasure, you keep your form going. Taz, you're about to find form again, mate.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, mate.
Cone, if you're out there, buddy, I love you tipping these double figure odds, mate. Good luck to you. Canasta.
Good seeing you on the show.
Good to see you, Mardo. Well done, Tassie.
Absolutely. Thanks, Pezza.
Go
Always a
boys.
pleasure, never a chore. Cheers, fellas.